What's good, everybody? Welcome back to L Does Boxing. We back with another one. So we're going to talk about, a post-fight for last night's the Zone card. Serrano versus Cruz, Baumgardner versus Mekhaled, Undisputed. We're going to touch on all the fights on the card and stuff like that. Before I do that, I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Feel free to drop a comment in the comment section. If you listen to the playback, feel free to drop a comment there as well. You can follow me on my social media, Twitter @OverJ, Instagram @LDoesBoxing. It's all good. I have a poll out in the chat. Feel free to tap on that. You know what I'm saying? Who had the best performance last night? Feel free. If you guys are interested, go ahead and tap on that tap on that poll for me. I appreciate it. So we're gonna get into it, man. It was a hell of a night of boxing for real, for real. My man JC in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. So just starting off, just looking at the card. So the undercard, we had 5 fights on there. We had some decent fights. We had some good performances by the ladies. And we're just going to recap it real quick. He said Hitchison looked sharp last night. No, he did. No, facts. He looked real good last night. Real good. Probably his best performance. So starting off, Aaron Aponte, he got the victory last night. He looked all right. He was coming off a draw, you know what I'm saying? So it was an okay performance. He won a decision last night, so that's what it was. Harley Madaris, he scored a late fight stoppage, you know what I'm saying, the last round. So he improved to 5-0. You know what I'm saying? That was a pretty good scrap that he had with his opponent. So, hopefully see him back in the ring. Shadeja Green, so she's on the poll. Feel free to tap in on that. She had a hell of a performance, you know what I'm saying, against a tough Elin Celerus, former world champion. And this is a fight and a platform that she's been waiting for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Coming to the fight, 11-0, 10 knockouts. So, of course, we know what happened in this fight. But it was a hell of a performance because she was getting some resistance. It wasn't just walking down the opponent or facing a outmatched opponent like she been facing. She actually had some resistance, you know what I'm saying? So this one right here was a hell of a fight. Hold on one second. Yes, sir. So like I was saying, man, this is a hell of a performance. I like how she was putting her punches together. You know what I'm saying? She reminded me of Shannon Briggs. If you guys remember his style of fighting, the way she was behind the high guard and digging shots to the body and throwing overhand rights. She dropped Celerus with a right hand in the 3rd round. You know what I'm saying? But Celerus came back and tried to get back in her face and try to be aggressive. But in the 6th round, she broke her down and ended up stopping her. She dropped her and she stopped. Well, no, the referee stopped the fight in the 6th round. So that was a big performance by her because it makes her the mandatory for Franchon Cruz to earn. And that's a hell of a fight. I would favor Shadeja Green in that fight if it had to happen next. You know what I'm saying? So great performance, man. Shadeja been under the radar for a long time. Haven't been getting the opportunities like that. And she finally got it and she stepped up to the plate. So great performance right there. Yave in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Appreciate you coming by. Teach in the building. Same thing. Appreciate you, bro. Salute. What's good with you? He said, I like Shadeja. Honestly, wasn't expecting her to get the stoppage. I spoke on this shit on my the live yesterday. I was saying if anybody gonna get the stoppage, for the women, it's gonna be Shadeja Green. But I had a unanimous decision. She still got some stuff to work on. I think her gas tank. She got to get used to going those championship rounds if she have to go there. But I just like her skills and her power. Barbara Choice in the building. What's good with you? Salute. Appreciate you coming by. Salute, salute. All right, moving on to the next fight. So you have Ramla Ali. She was facing Avril Matthew. That was a good fight, too. Those girls was going, as soon as the bell rang, they went right at it. You know what I'm saying? Throwing a lot of good punches and stuff. I thought Ali was more sharper in this fight. You know what I'm saying? She was more sharper, so she got the decision. She won the IBF regional title, so that would improve her rankings in that sanctioned body. So that's what's up. And I think she could probably be world champion. She got the skills, you know what I'm saying? You can market behind her. She can fight. You know what I'm saying? She can fight. We'll see how she look when she step up better competition. I remember that woman went to war with Franchon. Yeah, facts. She did. She gave Franchon a tough fight. Franchon outworked her and dogged her down the stretch. But man, imagine a fight with Franchon and Shadeja. That's gonna be crazy. Yeah, Jay Paul. Yeah, he signed Shadeja. That was a good move. You know what I'm saying, for giving her. Yeah, for sure, giving her that opportunity. So she's the mandatory. Franchon Cruz supposed to face Hannah Gabriels in April. And the winner of that gets Shadeja Green. That's going to be a tough fight for both. Salute to the chat. Appreciate it. I like their outfits. That's all I say. Okay, I feel you. I feel you. Good fight. Both ladies attractive. I feel you. Then that takes us to Scott Nicholson. So she had a kind of rough fight, awkward fight with her opponent. You can tell her opponent was a novice, Tanya Alvarez from Spain. She was just running in, throwing punches. She won't, you can tell she had just started boxing like last year or some shit. But Scott, she kept her composure in a tough fight where she had to be the matador, you know what I'm saying? And she did pretty well, She's a featherweight. She won the WBC silver title, so looking at what happened with the main event, maybe it's time for her to step up. Maybe not. Maybe they want to take their time with her. But with women's boxing, they don't take their time. They get straight to it. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't mad at the performance by her because she gonna have to. That's a growing performance. Maybe she can learn something from this. But she can box it. Like if she ain't facing nobody that awkward, she gonna be hard to beat because her style, tall, rangy, southpaw, throw looping shots. I like to see her get her jab going a little bit better, but she still can fight though. You know what I'm saying? So she had a good amateur career. So I don't think it's over for her. Sky has a gas tank issue, don't you think? I don't think so. Well, she was tied down the stretch, so maybe that's because of that fight and that style of fighter. So maybe you know what I'm saying. So like I said, something to go back and work on. So yeah, that's a good point, bro. Appreciate that. Franchon, my girl. Yeah, I like Franchon. She can fight too. She can fight. So that was the prelims portion of the card. Then we're gonna go to the main card. So we had these four fights right here. Of course, starting with Rivera, he's an Olympian. He improved to 3-0. It was okay performance for me. I ain't really see nothing too crazy, but he can box though. I see him get hit with a couple of shots that he probably shouldn't have been getting hit with, but it was a good performance. He won. He won an easy, unanimous decision. You know what I'm saying? So salute to him. He'll get more opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Being an Olympic and all. Andre in the building. What's good with you, bro? I can't lie. I didn't think Hitchinson was that nice. Surprised me. Yeah, he good though. Nah, he good. It was more what I was thinking he would do. But speaking of Hitchens, he had a great performance against John Bowser. I mean, he broke him down, outclassed him. It was a technical fight. I see Bowser was trying to do a little showmanship, but Hitchens kept that shit simple. Kept it simple. He was landing the jab and straight right hand. He dropped him with a straight right hand down the pipe. In the third round, that's changed the fight. I felt like he could have stepped on the gas and got him up out of there, but he's a defensive first type of fighter. He stayed to his rules and he dominated. You know what I'm saying? But I seen this from Hitchens. I know he can fight. He's one of those guys, one of the better boxers at 140 pounds. I don't think he's the best boxer. I think it's Kenneth Sims Jr., but he's definitely up there. Like he'll give guys problems. He's so technically sound. He don't give you much. He stay within the basics. He get the jab going, straight right hand. I would like to see him kind of have a more of a killing instinct because John Bowser was ready to go. He was ready to go. You know what I'm saying? I felt like maybe Hitchens didn't understand. He wasn't aware of the referee too. The referee was jumping in like he was about to stop it a couple of times. So I felt like he could have ran some numbers, walked him down by the high guard, just go crazy. But it was a good performance, though. You can't knock a guy winning 10 straight rounds and dropping him. I thought the first knockdown shouldn't have been called a knockdown. But that one straight right hand down the pipe, that was some real shit. The other one, their feet got tangled up and shit like that. So, hell of a performance. I think what's next for Richardson Hitchens, gotta be Montana Love. I think it gotta be Montana Love. They can do it back at the Garden. I think that's the way to go. He's at 140 pounds, which is a crazy division. So I'm not sure if he's close to a world title yet. If he got the opportunity, I wouldn't be mad at it. But I think he may be a couple of fights away. But Montana Love fight seems like a fight that should be made. You know what I'm saying? Even though Montana Love coming off a loss, I still think that's a good fight for him. Or anybody at 140 on the Matchroom stable. Like I know Hitchens want to stay active, so maybe they can come back in June or something, July, and do it like in New York. That'd be a big time fight, honestly. Like a for these guys, you know what I'm saying? So or put it on like a undercard or something like that. It'd be nice though. So that was a hell of a performance by him though. He really showed out last night. I just wish he would have stepped on the gas a little more, but I can't have everything. I just like the performance, so that's what's up. Yeah, he's super good. Yeah, he's nice with it. I love both fighters, Bowser and Hitchens, but Hitchens displayed pure boxing. He's a problem at 140 now for sure. It's, I'm going off a limb. I think Hitchens can take any of the top guys. Um, I think I think he'll have prime with Regis Prograis. In shape and ready and motivated Josh Taylor. I would favor Josh Taylor in that fight, but he would cause some problems with his technical style. A guy like Matisse, like if he ain't punching like that and he can't deter Matisse, he gonna be in for a long night. You know, but there's some guys that he can beat. I think he'll beat Teofimo. I think he'll have a good night against Jose Ramirez if he can stay consistent throughout the fight. Guys like Jose Zepeda would get him a problem, like because Jose Zepeda is a good counter puncher and he got power. So I think Hitchens will have a good. He'll have a good night, a good whatever. He'll have a good fight against Zepeda, but he still had to be wary of that power. You know what I'm saying? So it's guys that he can beat, and some guys I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's how good the division is. So we'll have to see. I think him staying active is a good thing, and hopefully, probably the end of this year or maybe top of next year, he can get a world title fight for sure. All right, moving on. Co-main event: Alicia Baumgardner versus him Mekhaled. This was a good fight. Um, Alicia Baumgardner had a good performance. I like the way she boxed. The only downside, she got tired. You know, I think it was the third round when she dropped Mekhaled. It was a straight right hand down the pipe and dropped her. Then she dropped her again later in that round. Um, After that, she was tired. She was done. Mekhaled was doing some smart stuff before that. She was countering Baumgardner. She was actually, doing real well in the fight. You got to pick your poison when you're trying to exchange with a big puncher, and that's what happened, and that's what changed the fight. But I thought when Alicia Baumgardner get her rhythm and get her jab going, and she can counter punch and throw sharp punches to the body, she's gonna be hard to beat. It's just her gas tank, and it's like a catch-22. You want to sit there, have her blow her load, and kind of wear herself out by throwing big hard shots. You might not make it to the back half of the fight, but if you got a good chin and you can withstand all that, and then once you can pick up the pace, I think you may have a chance. I think that's the blueprint to beat her. Because skill wise, it's gonna be hard to outbox her. Exchanging, she got fast hands as well. So she nice with it though. She put on a good performance, man. It was entertaining. The knockdowns, the power. When she stepped on the gas, you can tell she can do more. She was conserving a lot of energy. Props to Mekhaled. She's tough. She showed that she's durable. She tried to win the fight. She just didn't have no firepower. So undisputed. You know what I'm saying? What's next? She may try to get a hometown fight or another fight before. I would like to see the Michaela Mayer fight. Michaela Mayer should be back in March versus Christina Leonardo too. That's the only fighter to beat Alicia Baumgardner. So I see the play, keeping the storyline active and fresh. But it's still some good fights out there for her. I mean, I think a fighter they probably can give her a run for her money is Mavet Hamadouche. Mavet Hamadouche has that style that she could beat Alicia Baumgardner if she can take the power. She's a big puncher herself. She's durable. She's like the fire on the inside, and she has a high engine. That can be the recipe for Alicia Baumgardner. But I think Alicia Baumgardner got the skills and to outbox her and stuff like that, and the power to keep her at bay. I would say Delphine Pearson would be a good fight for her as well, but I think she locked into a contract with another promoter. Tierra Brown, that's another good fight. It's fights out there for her before she can get like the super fight. I consider Mayor a super fight for them because I think that's the biggest profile fight because those ladies gonna sell it. She got to wait for the winner between Serrano and Taylor again. We're gonna touch on that. So sky's the limit for her though. She put on a hell of a performance and she turned out to be a star in the sport of boxing. So I appreciate the performance, man. That was good entertaining stuff right there. Let me see. Hear me out, Elder. Regis is getting sniped with a jab in his last fight by Zepeda. Hitchens with a jab is a problem. Also, Regis is a good body puncher. You see what he did to Zepeda in that fight. Hitchens gonna have to be more active to beat a guy like Regis. He ain't gonna be just beating with no 1-2, 1-2. The spirits in that fight, you got Regis Prograde who fought on the top level. He was able to he can withstand and make adjustments late in fights. We haven't seen that from Hitchens yet, although he is skilled. So yeah, you gotta hear me out. I got Regis Prograde in that fight. You know what I'm saying? Till I see Hitchens go 12 rounds and be able to make adjustments like that, then I'm gonna stay with Regis. Alicia, nice. She got a lot of firepower. Choice, Chap, and Recess, right? She can fight Alicia anytime. Yeah, if she want to take the fight. So I ain't mention her because well, actually she should be next. But I mean, good luck trying to get her to accept a fight with her. You know what I'm saying? So that is an option too. I appreciate that. Yeah, that is true. She is Champ and Recess. That's facts. Bruce Gas in the building. What's good with you, bro? I like Scott Nicholson, but she looked pretty slow yesterday. Nice check right hook though. Yeah, she can do better. You know what I'm saying? She can do better, but she on the fast track for a world title, so we'll see. Main event: Amanda Serrano versus Erica Cruz. This is a damn good fight. Very competitive. I thought Erica Cruz was doing well in her style. Bend her head and throw punch, wild looping shots. She was touching Amanda Serrano. And I've been saying this, I feel like Amanda lost a step or two. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she's the same fighter than like 2 years ago. And of course, that's like anybody can say that, but just in her performance and the way she get touched up so much now recently, I think she lost a step, but she's still good enough to be great. And that just tells you about how good she is. But Cruz was in that thing. You know what I'm saying? She was doing real well. The head clash, I think, was bothering her when it started bleeding. That affected her. I think the biggest adjustment to get Amanda the victory is when she started fighting at a distance. Yeah, she was kind of backing up just a tad, but she was only backing up the counter. So she'll throw a 1-2-3, and I think that right there was the change of the tenor of the fight. Because once she got some space to land those shots and she can see Erica Cruz bending her head, she was landing some nice shots. She landed a right hook in the sixth round that hurt her, that hurt Erica Cruz. And I thought that was basically the turning point of the fight because the fight was basically even. And down the stretch, I thought Amanda showed, her quality and she was boxing a little bit better. And I thought she got a decision. I scored a 7-3, 6-4, whatever. Some people had it a draw. I thought Amanda won the fight. I liked the little small subtle stuff she was doing, using her jab, hooking. She was finishing with the right hook. But Erica Cruz is so damn tough. That's who Scott Nicholson should fight next. If y'all want to be real, if y'all really own her like that, you really think she can be world champion? She got to get through Erica Cruz. Erica Cruz, if the title become vacant, let's say we know Amanda going to fight Kay Taylor next, why they can't do a WBC interim title fight? Scott Nicholson is the WBC silver champion. Erica Cruz used to be the silver champion. She just gave Amanda Serrano a tough-ass fight. Shit, Scott Nicholson versus Erica Cruz. That would prove to me that that she deserve or can be a world champion. You can beat Erica Cruz, but this fight right here that shit was crazy. It was a hell of a fight. I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch. You know what I'm saying? That's how good the fight was. I think a little bit of adjustment from Erica Cruz, and then maybe she can get the decision. So we know what's next for Serrano. She got Kay Taylor. You know what I'm saying? A rematch in Ireland, May the 20th. That's gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? I agree with the UD, but it seems to me the fight was a bit closer. The cards was a little bit too wide. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was, but I like the adjustment. I thought Amanda won the fight though. I thought she won the fight. He said facts. Comparing Alicia to other women we seen this weekend, she had a lot of snap on her punches. I don't know if she had more snap than Shadeja Green though, but she definitely got a lot of snap on her punches for sure. Joseph Brown in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Women's boxing making these statements with all these undisputed. Yeah, that's what's up, man. I think but it's easy to do undisputed in women's boxing though. So I guess it's good. I like it that you can identify one champion, but it's not as easy to do it in men's boxing. But they definitely put on great fights though, and they fight each other quicker. The best is fighting each other quicker than what we get in the men's boxing. But that don't mean men's boxing is trash because we got a lot of good fights coming up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, salute to the women. Flawless mentality in the building. Dr. Mark, salute to you, bro. I appreciate you coming through. Salute. I think Cruz beat Scott. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think so too, but that's the type of fight she need if we talking about her being a world champion and shit. But yeah, that could be next. Robert Brown in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. Rhonda Rios. Oh, she beat Brittany. Okay, Brittany Sims. I seen that flyer the other day, but I didn't see the fight. That's what's up, Brittany Sims. I remember she had the fight with Melissa Parker. I remember that. So we got this big fight, man. Undisputed and lightweight, two undisputed champions fighting each other. I mean, the first fight was out of control. It was crazy. I think the second fight will be too. I think it's gonna be more of the same. Like I said, this fight gonna come down to adjustments as well. I think in the first fight, Katie made the adjustment after she got hurt in the fifth round. Her adjustments was just using some slight lateral movement and throwing combinations and getting up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be a point in time where they're gonna be sitting down and trading with each other. Well, a bunch of times. So who's gonna make the adjustment? You know what I'm saying? I think Katie got the better legs and stuff, but I think Amanda is the bigger puncher, better body puncher. It's gonna be the same type of fight. It's gonna be crazy. The atmosphere should be out of control because this is the first time Katie Taylor fighting in Ireland since she became a professional. So they're gonna be out there, and the atmosphere should be crazy. So I can't wait for it. I'm glad they got it done. It wasn't like no big secret, but I'm glad that it's done. It looked good when we see the poster and the artwork. It looked real good. So I'm ready for it, man. I'm ready for it. It should be fun. That's Pitbull's cousin or something. I think that's his auntie. What y'all call it? Tia? Yeah, that's his aunt. Taylor wins more impressive fashion. I can see that though. I can see it. If she used her legs more often, like she made adjustments in the second fight with Delphine Pearson. Use her legs. Same type of thing. She used her legs. She counter punched. She got in and out. She got her combinations off and she got out the way. So yeah, if she do that for consistently for the 10 rounds, yeah. Amanda Serrano is battle tested as well on the road. She won her lightweight title. The lightweight title that she won, I think it was in Argentina. She won that on the road. She knocked the girl out with a jab. So she is battle tested. I don't think that shit gonna really phase her, like the crowd and the atmosphere. And she can make adjustments too. I think she can box a little bit and kind of draw Katie in. Sometimes Katie want to get reckless and jump in and throw her combinations. That's why the fight is so good. But I can see Katie getting off to a better start and not sitting down so much and trading. If she do that, she can win a clear decision for sure. Who's all in Nicholson division? Amanda Serrano. You got Sarah Mafu, Erica Cruz, Tierra Brown. And those are the main four that I can off the top. The WBO has an interim champion, but I forget her name at the time. So she got some smoke down there that she can do. You know what I'm saying? Her last two performances, this last one and the last, she was definitely taking a step back. I favor Taylor in her second fight. Yeah, no, I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I think Taylor is the favorite for sure. I thought the Mafu fight, I thought she was. See, that's a blueprint because Mafu, even though she don't got the firepower, she wasn't as active. Once she got adjusted after the second two rounds, I was like, okay, she ain't that bad. She started doing some good stuff in the fight. She couldn't miss with the jab. She was landing a lot of good shots. She was just moving a lot. And I thought if she would have had that, like, well, she just a regular boxer, she probably could have did better in that fight. So yeah, I agree. I think Nicholson ready for Eric Cruz. You do I think? I mean, I would say yeah, yeah, because in women's boxing is the different. Her last night was her step up fight. So her next fight is a world title fight. She's a silver champion, WC silver champion. So she got the style to beat Erica Cruz. But if she get tired like she did in this fight and she can't handle the aggressiveness, it's gonna be a tough fight for her. I think it's gonna be a tough fight regardless. But I would say yeah, it don't need to wait. She's 27 years old. She was a highly decorated amateur. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not give it to her? Defensively, she's taking many shots for my liking. Yeah, she. You talking about if you talking about Serrano? Yeah, she taking a lot of shots. She walking through all that shit, but like I said, like, and she everything, all the advantages is for Katie. Everything is for Katie. I mean, so Amanda just went through a war. Like for me, I tweeted out last night. Maybe they should push back this fight to like June or July. She may need another need a rest. That was a tough fight. You know what I'm saying? In some ways, that fight may have been tougher than the Katie Taylor fight because physically, Erica Cruz like took that was a brutal fight for both ladies physically. I'm pretty sure they saw headbutts, all types of shit. So you can argue that. So I think so. Katie is resting. She chilling. She looking at that shit like, oh shit, I already know what time it is, and she know what to expect. And is going to Ireland, so that's another. You know what I'm saying? Or it can work the other way. Like that's what I'm saying. Boxing, you really don't know what's gonna happen when you got 50-50 fights. And the one thing here and there, small things can can make the difference. So it's just awesome we getting it. You know what I'm saying? He said I agree. Bruce Gas, Shadeja would be. I think so too. I'm going to say this. She's the one that can challenge Carissa Shields. I don't think she wins because I think the speed and just the experience of Carissa will probably overwhelm some of that. But she has the power. She's slick. She shows she can use the ring and stuff like that. She's solid. I think that's the biggest threat. But I think she beat Franchon. Because Franchon get tired in fights. When she get tired, her technique goes away. You know what I'm saying? And she get tired in every fight. So it's not like she just got tired in her last fight. If Shadeja got tired too last night, but she got the power and her power carry. So if yeah, I like Shadeja in that fight too. I like Shadeja in that fight. If Cruz had more power in her punches, I believe Serrano would have got upset. Maybe so. Maybe so. I think the difference was to that though. In that fight, like I said, the distance that Amanda was keeping. I think what rounds I said the third and the eighth round for sure. The seventh round was like round of the year. Y'all gotta mark that one down. The seventh round last night, Serrano versus Cruz. That was one of the best. That's gonna hold up. Round of the year, we don't really think about when we're doing our awards or when we all think about knockout, a fighter, a trainer. But that round of the year, round 7, that was crazy. Round 8, I like how she kept her distance. And I was saying, if she was to keep her distance like that, she can win pretty clear. So, nah, for real, if she had more power, it would be a problem. But Cruz is so tough and durable, and I don't know. You can't have. She can't have everything. You know what I'm saying? She can't have it all. Uh, yeah, that's a really quick turnaround for Amanda after a war. See, that's what I'm saying. So that just shows you what type of champion Amanda is, because Amanda could have just boxed that whole fight and use her jab and having Erica Cruz miss and just punch her when she wanted to punch and throw her combinations and get up out of there. But she decided to go to war, and knowing she had this fight already done. So yeah, I like that she's staying active. I'm cool with it. Like, the activity is cool. We always preach about fighters staying active. That was a tough fight last night. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. She don't have to worry about making the weight. She never had that problem making the weight. So honestly, she can do a 6 week count. I mean, to be honest, she don't have to do 8 weeks. She can rest a little bit longer. She can go on the count like shit the first week of April, if you want to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Because she good shape. She never really out of shape. You know she can go the 10 round distance. She fought Katie before, so ain't no crazy preparation. So maybe she start camp, you know what I'm saying, after the Final Four. Then she's getting older, so you want to preserve your body and stuff like that. But that was a tough fight. You ever heard of the dude? Yeah, I heard of him. You should tap in with him, my guy. Zach Hovanesian. He's a tough fighter from Armenia. He's trained by, I think his name, the same trainer as Zerto Ramirez out of Brickhouse Boxing. Very active, competitive, like to bring it to you. You know what I'm saying? Good body puncher. He got a loss to Ray Vargas. He can do that with the size and the reach. He can beat Neri. You know, Neri, one of those guys, ain't the most disciplined. Neri, a good boxer. He's not the biggest puncher at 122. Zach he has a good chin, good motor. That's a hell of a fight. You know what I'm saying? Go check it. Go tap in some of his fights before, you know what I'm saying, before the 18th. You know what I'm saying? That's Neri. I mean, Zach, it can fight, bro. I agree. She can do a short camp because she just fought. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She don't gotta go crazy. She don't gotta go crazy for sure. Quick turnaround in Katie's backyard too. Almost feel like she doesn't have a chance. I think she have a chance. I think she have a chance, but it's more so on Katie's favor though. But I think she has a chance. Like I said, she a road warrior, so she won titles on the road before. So I don't think it's gonna be different. Not literally, but the judge is gonna be, yeah. No, facts. That is a storyline that happens a lot. You know what I'm saying? Sean the Icon in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. So let me check on this poll, man. Hopefully everybody had a chance to participate in it. Appreciate y'all. Um, yeah, just trying to get some interaction and stuff like that. So the best performance was Richardson Hitchin, 41%. Alicia Baumgardner, Man Serrano at 25, and Shadeja Green at 8. It's all good. I thought Hitchens did have a hell of a performance. Me personally, I like Shadeja Green's. I think hers was number one, but shit, I salute everybody for tapping in on that poll. But Hitchens, I think it surprised a lot of people because they ain't really was up on him like that. But Hitchens is a hell of a boxer, and I hope that get him a bigger opportunity at the 140-pound division, because that division is crazy. You can do a 24-man tournament at 140, like real talk. At least 16. Now 16 we can break it down. 16, you can do a hell of a tournament, but yeah, for sure. So salute to y'all for voting on that poll. Yeah, feel free to ask any questions. I got a couple of minutes, so feel free to ask any questions and stuff like that. Landolfo, Richardson, Hitchens, Barbosa, all 140 contenders won this weekend. Yeah, Landolfo looked good too. I thought the fight was pretty competitive the first couple of rounds, but he started to box and counterpunch. I think he dropped my man late in that fight and finished up real good. So Landolfo can fight. You know what I'm saying? He's with Robert Garcia. Barbosa, I thought Barbosa boxed well. He just didn't adjust to Pedraza when he turned southpaw. But I like Barbosa, and it's time for him to get a world title or at least a meaningful fight. You know what I'm saying? So 140, shit. 140 is crazy, yo. I love 140. Yeah, 140 is crazy. Um, so yeah, man. So far, so good for boxing. There's been a lot of good fights over the first 5, 6 weeks of the year. He's going the IBF route. That means Ponce Matisse. I like Hitchens of Matisse. Oh man, yeah, that's cool, man. IBF route. Yeah, bro. Let's get it. Um, I'm with it, man. I think that'll be a good fight. I love to see it as well. Good style matchup. He said standout amateur Derek Schooler Davis made his pro debut also. That's what's up, bro. Schooler Davis. Salute to him. Man, I like to see a tournament at 140. That'd be crazy. But over the last month and some change, we had some good fights. Um, we had the ladies, Plata versus Clavel. That was a good fight. Turbia versus Yard. That was a good one. The drama of Liam Smith and Eubank. We had the Tank Davis undercard pay-per-view. Gallimore versus Bochuk. That was a good fight too. Even Liam Wilson and Navarrete. That was, you know what I'm saying? So it's good fights. And a lot of the underdogs and stuff are actually performing better than what y'all think. Karen Shazalian, that kid that fought Boots, man, I thought Boots was going to run through Buddy 2 or 3 rounds. He showed me that he can box, and he's in hell of a shape. He just wasn't trying to engage with Boots. But imagine him facing a guy like he would give Conor Ben problems with that movement, and he'll probably be more inclined to jump in and throw some punches and shit. So these guys on the B side, these underdogs, they've been performing well. Look at Erica Cruz, even Mekhaled. Mekhaled, I know she lost, and but she was doing well in that fight. Actually, I think when she got dropped, it just changed the whole tenor of the fight. You know what I'm saying? That commentary out of the Tiger, Russ Amber. Yeah, Russ Amber, he was keeping it 100. That fight right there by Yanza, he put himself in position to fight for a title. He's number 3 in the WBA, and he got a high rank in the WBC as well. I think he's number 4. He's number 3 in the WBO. So yeah, he should be getting a title shot. Hopefully, I like Bayanza versus David Morrell. I think that's a good fight for him and David Morrell. Uh, Valenzuela had a first round knockout. You know what I'm saying on that card. That was crazy. Yeah, that was a good one. Thoughts on Kell Brooks hitting that line? What you give it? I mean, that ain't my lane, but shit, do what he do. You know what I'm saying? It's just if he ain't want that out there, you know what I'm saying. His friends did him dirty. That's all I would say. His friends did him dirty if he ain't want it out there. But motherfuckers do worse shit than that, so that ain't nothing. DeAndre C, what's good with you, bro? Salute. Do you think Villa gives Boots issues? I don't think Boots had ever fought a pressure fighter. He fought Sergey Lipinets. That's a pressure fighter. The Russian guy, he fought on Carissa Shields' undercard. He stopped him in 5 rounds. He was a pressure fighter. But I think he could give Boots some issues if he let his hands go. Because you gotta have you know what I'm saying? You can't put your hands in your pocket. He has his hands in his pocket the first 8 rounds against Ellis. If he throw punches, shit, that's his chance. So I would give him. I would say he could give him issues, but then again, he's right there in front of Boots, and he don't got no movement other than to come forward. I think Boots will have a good opportunity to stop him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, now Boots faced pressure fighters, bro, for sure. He faced them. But I think this one, he'll probably a bigger puncher than the guys he fought. Let me see. February should be a decent month too. We got Shaqy Foster versus Ray Vargas. Tomorrow I'm gonna break down those cards on my pre-gaming show. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Shaqy Foster. He deserves an opportunity. He said okay. Mercado, he standing at 140. Yeah, he fought last night. I ain't check on his results. I know he supposed to fight Lundy again. They got that fight rescheduled. Yeah. He can campaign at 140. He definitely be a player. We'll see. We'll see if we can get the opportunities though. That's what it's about, getting the opportunities. Yeah, no, Shaggy Foster versus Ray Vargas. I'm looking forward to that. Mario Barrios is back. He's facing Giovanni Santiago, and then you got a good heavyweight fight: Linaire Paro versus Victor Frost. That's gonna be a good one. Victor Frost had that crazy fight last year on the undercard of Ortiz and Charles Martin against Kalajic. Those guys was trading knockdowns. I think it was like 4 or 5 knockdowns. It was a knockdown in every round. That shit was crazy until it finally got stopped. So that one should be good. You know what I'm saying? It's a good looking prospect fighting this weekend. Next weekend, Adam Azam fighting in the UK. He's nice with it. Y'all tap in with him. He's one of the better prospects in the sport of boxing. He's just over there. A lot of people don't talk on. Dan Aziz, the good light heavyweight, is on that card. Caroline Dubois, who is an up and coming, she gonna be world champion. You know what I'm saying? She nice with it. So that's a pretty good card with a lot of young talent for Sky Sports next week. Friday night, I saw 3 fighters switch stands constantly. This stuff has to stop. If you can maintain that shit, you're gonna see a lot of it. With Shaqy Foster. You're gonna see a lot of it. If they can, I like it in a sense. If they can change the rhythm of the fight, if that's the adjustment they're gonna make. But if they changing southpaw, switching southpaw or whatever, and they ain't doing nothing with it, it defeats the purpose. But I like the nice change of pace though. I knocked down in every round. What fight was that? It was Victor Frost versus Igor Kalajic. You missed that one, my guy. Teach. That was on Ortiz undercard. It was a January 1st card. They had Charles. Excuse me. Yeah, he fought Charles Martin, but Frank Martin was on that card. You know what I'm saying? It was a hell of a fight. It was one of the best fights of last year. There's nobody really talk about it because they don't know the heavyweights. But that fight was crazy. That shit was crazy. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I see it real quick. That fight was out of control. Those guys was knocking each other down left and right in that fight. You know what I'm saying? So Victor Frost, he came out on top, but you know what I'm saying? It was crazy. It was crazy, man. Check this shit out, man. You got some homework, my guy, but it ain't like that. You don't gotta watch it if you don't want to. But for anybody in the chat, I know Teach asked about it, but feel free to tap onto this if you're interested. You know what I'm saying? Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna put it in the chat for you, bro. Yeah, feel free to tap on that when you get a chance. I think he got an A instead of an O is an A. So yeah, just tap in with it. Get you familiar with his style. Yeah, Victor Frost. The guy he's fighting, Paro, is a Cuban southpaw. You know what I'm saying? Kind of. I think he is like a protege of Luis Ortiz or some shit like that. But he can fight too. He was on that card too. He had a good performance on that card. That was like an all heavyweight card. You know what I'm saying? So that should be one of the best fights next weekend. You know what I'm saying? So tap in. That's gonna be part of the Showtime broadcast. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you tap in. That should be pretty good. Let me see if they got his fight on here. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, look out Lanier Paro. I'm gonna put his name in the chat too. Let's go if you interested, go tap into his fights. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Lanier Paro, he can fight. Props to the Zone for giving us those fights on their YouTube channel now for sure. Yeah, I appreciate it. I like watching all the fights. The young fighters. Jose Diaz was good with you. Oh, Lara versus Wood. Oh shit, that's a good fight. I like Lee Wood in that fight. I like Lee Wood. I like Lee Wood. I like Lee Wood by stoppage, late stoppage. Lee Wood be having those come from behind stoppages. See the difference in this fight right here. He gonna outbox Lara. Then he gonna put some hands on him. Now Lara is dangerous as hell though. I gotta say that. He's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, he's dangerous. So it's a fight where my man Wood gonna have to be cautious, but I think Wood can outbox him, and he's a just as big a puncher as Lara. He's just not as explosive. So I like Wood late stoppage, 11 round. But I think the atmosphere gonna be crazy, and I can't wait for that. February the 18th. He said, "Okay, I got to save." Yeah, check that out, bro. If you get some time, that fight is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I haven't watched that before. I mean, you probably haven't. I know a lot of people didn't buy that pay per view, or Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin. So if you didn't buy the pay per view or you didn't stream it or something, you probably missed it. But you can definitely check it out now. You know what I'm saying? To get you ready for this weekend. Cause I got Lara. Yeah, I mean, he can win the fight. I think he'll get outboxed though. He make a lot of mistakes in his fights, and I think it would stay composed and counterpunch like he like to do. I think he'll have a good opportunity to outbox him and stop him. That's my opinion. But hey, those Mexicans go over to the UK and they go crazy. So I wouldn't be surprised at all. And Lara, that motherfucker, he's so entertaining. I just like watching him fight. So if he being successful, I'm cool with it. I just like winning the fight. So yeah, man. So February gonna start looking good. Gotta give us a Nico Wash. He dedicated his student of the game. Yeah, he looked good. I like him fighting on the inside. I think he's improving. You know what I'm saying? I think they still gotta be careful with his matchmaking, but he's improving. Yes, sir. He said Gamboa still locked up in Cuba. He's trying to make a statement in Cuba. Oh yeah, I don't know, bro. I haven't heard nothing about Gamboa, but I appreciate you, bro. I don't even know what's going on with Gamboa, to be honest. Let me see. We got a Showbox card February the 17th. Adriel Holmes versus Ismail Villarreal. That should be a good one too. 154. Lee Wood and Lara next week. That's a good one. Neri versus Azak. That's another one. I'm telling you, those are two good main events. That's gonna be on the same day on the zone. One in the UK match room, and then Golden Boy later on that night. So it should be some good boxing that day. Scrappy Hernandez coming back. Scrappy Ramirez, my bad. That's February 23rd. Rigo come back February 24th. I can't wait to see Sabrina Matisse versus Jeremiah Ponce. That fight, man, that shit been long overdue. Excuse me, long overdue. Adrian Broner versus Michael Williams Jr. We all know about that. Tevin Farmer versus Mickey Bay. Very interesting fight, man, because the winner of that can possibly get, because those guys got a name. So in the lightweight division, one of those guys can get an opportunity because lightweight is pretty good too, stacked with a lot of talent. So one of those guys, if they perform real well, they can get an opportunity and a good fight. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, February gonna be decent too. You know what I'm saying? He said Lara Father Time. Yeah, Lara. He should be back in the ring. Cecilia trying to land a fight with Harper. It might be Harper. You'll probably see Natasha Jonas March 25th versus Femke Hermans. Hispanic fighters been doing their thing lately versus UK fighters. Not for sure. No, that's facts. Ponce has two stoppages. Ponce's last two stoppages with body shots. He's coming in with pain. Yeah, I think he's going to perform better than a lot of these guys think. Um, those two guys he fought was trash, though. We have to say that. I ain't talking about Lewis Vista, even though he beat him up. But he had those. I think he had like two little fights last year in an exhibition. I ain't really rocking with that. But him as a fighter, he's solid. He's strong. He's one of those guys that go back down. Like I think it's gonna be a better fight for Matisse than people giving it credit for. I'm telling you, Matisse is a killer though. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna come forward and do his thing. And I think he can win. I got him winning, but I ain't writing on Ponce. There's good scraps at the lower weight classes. Yeah, no, facts. There's some real good fights down there. Fulton versus anyway. I mean, can't get no better than that. Piro in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Laura wins. I just got back from Cuba. He screwed. Okay. Damn. Again, boy. Okay. Damn. That's crazy. Fab. Yeah. That's that card. Matisse versus Ponce. That's gonna be in Minnesota. Yep. Um, Jamal James is on that card versus Alberto Palmella. That's a good fight. You got Elvis Rodriguez versus Joseph Adorno on that card. You put Adam Kanaki supposed to be on that card too. I think he's gonna be on the undercard, but not the part of the 3 fights on Showtime. But he's supposed to be on that card, and you may see Jesse Hart. So you might have some good names on that undercard. Maybe even maybe even what's the name? J Rock. Maybe even J Rock. But I know Kanaki is on that card. Good year so far for BF Yard, Hitchison, Bowser, Alicia Mekhaled. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. It's been a good year. It's been some good fights so far. 6 weeks, 5 weeks into the year. Fulton, yes sir. I rock with Fulton. Yeah, Tahiri versus Gonzalez. I think that's April. April, I forgot the date. Gonzalez was in the corner of Serrano last night. I think he was holding her belts. Him and Berlinga. 3-belt unification. That's gonna be a good one. So there's a lot of things happening in the sport of boxing. So like I ain't gonna never like turn it down. Even March, you got Brandon Figueroa versus Mark Marcelo. That's gonna be a hell of a fight. Jerry Hurd coming back. Armando Resendez. So Hurd looking to get back. Amir Vidal versus Elijah Garcia. That's gonna be a good ass fight. That's gonna be a good fight. That same night, Angel Ferreira coming back. He's on a card in Mexico. That's gonna be on the zone. So they got a good Mexican card. Let me see. Tim Tszyu versus Tony Harrison. Like that one kind of fell into our laps. That's gonna be a hell of a fight. Callum Smith is coming back. He's facing a Polish guy. Let me put that in the chat. So I don't know if everybody's on that. But he's facing a Polish guy. Y'all go tap in. He undefeated. I think he's 18-0. This is Callum Smith's opponent. March the 11th. Tony Yoka versus Carlos Takam. That's March the 11th. Lawrence Okoli supposed to fight March the 11th. But I heard his date may get pushed back. John Pascal got an IBF eliminator versus Michael Eifert March 16th. Zerto Ramirez coming back March the 18th. It's supposed to be Gabe Rosado. Y'all stay tuned. The opponent haven't been secured yet, but I'm hearing this Gabe. March 18th, you got Jarrell Big Baby Miller versus Lucas Brown. Yo, that fight right there is just like, I don't know. It's just, I just want to see that shit. I know something crazy going to happen in it. We all know both guys are drug cheats in the past. But look at their fighting styles. Just take all that shit away. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know about that. That shit might be a good fight. Because Lucas Brown can punch. Big Baby Miller, on his comeback trail, he ain't really been looking all that. You can tell he needed those performance-enhancing drugs. He ain't the same. But it can make a better fight. He can sit in the pocket and just bang away. March 23rd, we got a hell of a fight. Krishna and Billy versus Carlos Gongora. That's at 168 pounds. That's a WBC eliminator. That's a good fight, bro. That's a real good fight. March 25th, David Benavidez, Caleb Plant. You got Cody Crowley versus Abel Ramos on that card. Jesus Ramos versus Joey Spencer. Big step up. Big step up for Joey Spencer. Then Chris Colbert versus Jose Valenzuela. So I know Colbert and Valenzuela both coming off of losses. So that speaks to those guys for wanting to take a fight like this. Because the loser, they're going to fall all the way back. So, And Cobra got to redeem himself. So as Rayo. Rayo got to redeem himself after getting stopped. You know what I'm saying? That same night, you got Jose Ramirez versus Richard Comey. Now, they working on that to be a WBO interim title fight because you know Josh Taylor, he hurt his foot. His fight got postponed with Jack Calderon. So Jack Calderon, too, now as I brought it up, he may come back March 25th on the Tasha Jonas undercard. But they looking to make Jose Ramirez, Richard Comey, a WBO interim title fight. So stay tuned. They working on that shit. Sinisa Estrada versus Tina Ruprich. That's a unification at 108 pounds. I'm looking forward to that shit. So March is looking good too. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of boxing, bro. A lot of boxing. He said Takam, yeah, he's still around, bro. Yes, sir. Polish fighters, awesome. The toughest fighters. No, they are. No, for real. You gotta kill them. They come to fight. I like Callum Smith at 175. He has more power there. Yeah, he gonna get a crack at Beterbiev too. Probably in the summer. Omar Aguilar. Okay, I haven't heard anything about him after he lost to Delgado, but hopefully he'll be back. I like him. I love how women's boxing. How they support each other. Yeah, no, for sure. There was a lot of ladies in the building, a lot of champions. That was cool. And Billy, my sleeper at 168. Yeah, that's a good fight. He taken. Carlos Gongora, who can punch, is a good boxer. Who promotes Big Baby Miller now? The same people that been promoting him. Greg Cohen and co-promoted with Salida. So those guys been with him his whole career. You know what I'm saying? It ain't changed. So yeah, bro, I'm excited. I'm excited about boxing. There's a lot of shit popping off. And, you know, April, we got Anthony Joshua versus Jermaine Franklin. We should get an announcement this week on that one. That should be, you know what I'm saying? We'll see. Let me see. He said, hey, fam, just for FYI, if anyone missed the call last night and still would like to watch it, you can simply, yeah, tap in. For sure. Appreciate it. Tap in. Yeah, go to their YouTube channel. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, man, go do y'all thing. If y'all need to catch up on boxing, man, it's all good. Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Yes, sir. Catch up on the sport. So AJ Franklin, they should have a press conference this week. That's April the 1st. Also April the 1st, will Bisa Ramirez versus Isaac Dalbe, vacant WBO title. Because you know Navarrete not coming back to 126. He got 10 days. So tomorrow y'all might see something where Navarrete, he going to be on the clock. He got 10 days to let the WBO know which belt he want to keep. And based off the weight issue that he had with Leon Wilson at the weigh-in, he ain't going back to 26. Xander Zayas will be back. Jahad Tucker, he's the tough fight. Joet Gonzalez, Tiger Johnson. So they got Abdullah Mason coming back on that April 1st card. So it's going to be good. April the 8th, that's another big day of boxing. Jesse Baron Rodriguez going after his second division world title. He's facing Christian Gonzalez. And then later that night, well, the same night, you got Shakur versus Yoshino, WBC eliminator. Jerry Anderson on the card. Keyshawn. It's supposed to be Keyshawn Davis versus Emmanuel Tego. But I don't know if that's official, but that's the name. Shushu is on that card. April 15th, you got Joe Joyce and Jane. That's going to be a hell of a fight. That's going to be a good one. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for that one. I'm excited. April 22nd, you got Shakov Romanov versus Joe Cordina. That's another one. Joe Cordina trying to get his title back. I don't think he should have been stripped anyway, but that's gonna be a good fight because Romanov, when he fought Barrett for the vacant title, Barrett was doing some good shit in that fight. He just slowed down. And what happened to his leg? His legs just went crazy. And then Romanov finished them all. But Joe Cordina is a smooth boxer, hell of a right hand. Yeah, he's trying to get some redemption. April 29th, man, another fight of the year type of candidate. and Jones versus Virgil Ortiz. That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be a good ass fight right there. I can't wait for that one as well. So it's a when they and then Katie Taylor versus Mount Serrano, May the 20th. So when they say boxing, men's boxing need to do what the women is doing, like I mean, let's just close that gap a little bit. We know the women they got a small choice to pick from, so it's gonna be easier for them to get the big fights. So we know that, and you got to take a look at what the men is doing. It's a lot of good fights. I just rolled them off, all good fights. You know what I'm saying? And we always underestimate the B side, and the B side been showing up as we seen early in this year. AJ by massacre, man. We're gonna see. I want to see if Jermaine Franklin gonna come in better shape. That 257, I ain't like it. How Pascal keep getting title eliminator opportunities as much as he get caught cheating. I think he just got caught once, right? And then he got caught with multiple shit, but he beat the number one guy. He beat Phelan Mean last year, he's supposed to have been the mandatory for Viterbi. He beat him, and then he supposed to fought the eliminator versus Joshua Bawaxi. Bawaxi turned it down, so now he gonna face this kid, Efer. So I mean that's the only explanation I can give you, but I understand it though. You know what I'm saying? Unsure how Emmanuel Navarrete have his body look that flabby. He trains it, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah. But I like him though. But he just I don't know. He gonna run into one of those guys that's like that, and he gonna have a problem. I like Joe versus Zane fight. I'm rocking with Zane. I like Joe Joyce in that fight. Joe Joyce gonna wear him down. He gonna wear big Zane down and stop his ass. He gonna the first one that fall though, that's a wrap because those guys is 270 plus. Well, I'm rocking with Joe Joyce. Barrett was winning. Yeah, winning. Yes, dominating that fight. Actually, he dropped him with a inside uppercut. Yeah, Cordina. Yeah, I'm with that. Joyce is just unstoppable tank though. Yeah, it's gonna be a good fight, bro. My man D-Ray in the building. What's good with you, bro? He said Taryn Perro. Um, it's been said that Bawaxi is a free agent. Yeah, I heard Eddie Hearn talk about that shit. That he can match an offer or something. So that often that's telling me that he's gonna be the only one matching the offer because who gonna send Bawaxi an offer to fight? He's unknown. Nobody really know him like that. Like he can't come fight in the United States and headline versus who. So I'm thinking he gonna face Dimitri Bivol. You know what I'm saying? Probably May, something like that. May, maybe April. April ain't filled out all the way. April 29th too. It's supposed to be Fury versus Usyk. You know what I'm saying? So Fury versus Usyk. Joe Joyce versus Zane on the 15th. So we could see Fury versus Joe Joyce. Both guys win at the end. Maybe late summer, fall. We probably could see that fight. You know what I'm saying? Some little notes to look out for: the IBF ordered Herkovic versus Andy Ruiz. They're supposed to be negotiating. The deadline is coming up. I want to say, I forgot the exact date, but be on the lookout for that. I think Andy probably going to have to take that. I know it's been out there that Wilder and Ruiz going to fight. I don't think that fight is next. So we'll have to see. Where's Jaleel Hackett? I don't know where he at right now, if that's what you asking, but he just fought on Tank Davis undercard. And I think he about to fight pretty soon on a regional. He about to fight for a regional title too. I forgot the date. I want to say March, but he just fought on Tank Davis undercard. I think he got a first round knockout, body shot. So yeah, it's interesting to see what Andy Ruiz gonna do. We're waiting for an announcement for Inoue versus Fulton. I'm thinking like late May, maybe June. Haney versus Lomachenko. That's another fight we're waiting for to get a date. May 20th is the date that I've been hearing circulating, whether it's gonna be in Vegas or New York. Earl Spence versus Keith Thurman. Maybe that goes in May as well. I think a lot of this shit is like the domino effect, so we can see because PBC has the MGM for May the 6th on hold, and they really can't do nothing until they see what Canelo gonna do. So if Canelo gonna fight in Mexico or fight in the U.S. against John Ryder, his next fight, May the 6th, then they gonna hop off that date. Ain't nobody competing with Canelo. We all know that. But if Canelo was gonna fight in the UK or in the Middle East, like early in the day, then I think you probably can get a big fight on that day. You know what I'm saying? Um, what else? So we waiting for these promoters to announce their fight dates. I know Eddie's supposed to announce his. I pretty much ran off most of them, but he got fight dates to run through May. You know what I'm saying, with the full undercard. So we waiting for that. He said the Wilder announcement's coming up too. Yeah, yeah, it's coming up. What'd you think about Franchon and Hannah? Um, I think Franchon can kind of outwork her if she, be more aggressive. She gonna be the aggressive. I think she can outwork Hannah. But if Hannah got her legs up under her, I think see her outboxing Franchon, especially when Franchon started to get tired. Both ladies do get tired down the stretch of the fight. So will Franchon have enough can she cut the ring off when if Hannah got her legs and shit like that? Hannah can steal some rounds with her boxing and go into the body and she's sneaky, got sneaky good power. That's a tough fight. I think Franchon edges it out though with her toughness and being rugged down the stretch. But I can see both ladies being tired. So I go with Franchon to maintain her titles. If it's at 168. 175, I don't know. Conor Ben's supposed to get a fast track on his comeback. Yeah, I don't know what's next for him. It like the WC cleared him, so I'm not sure. I don't know. That whole thing is crazy, but we'll see what happens with him. We'll see. Yeah, that shit's a bad look though for him because he gonna always have that stigma. Andre Southgate in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. I appreciate you coming through. Salute to you, bro. Yes, sir. So yeah, man, boxing, like far as the fights, it depends on what you're looking for. When you say you're a boxing fan, or you like, or checking for boxing. Some people just want to hit the news. Some people want to rock with the narrative. Some people just want them to get lied to and sweet talk. That's cool, but I'm about the fights, so I can pretty much be well rounded and talk about this and that. But it all leads back to the ring. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of my content is talking about what's happening in the ring or what's about to happen. So I just want to make sure everybody's on point. Do you like a Pac-Man return? Nah, not really. But if that's what he want to do to feed his family, then it is what it is. I don't think he have nothing to give. Now, if he's just doing it just to make money, I can't knock a man for that shit. But fighting at the top level, it's gonna be a wrap. I don't think he can beat none of those guys. From what you've seen so far, do you see Franchon beating Green? I don't. I don't see her beating. And I take that back. She can win that fight, but I favor Shadeja Green. I just have questions about her stamina in that fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if she got to fix that stamina problem. Now, can she dog her way in that fight with Green? Yeah, they know each other. They boxed before. But I think Shadeja Green has a different element as far as her skills and her power. And I think that once, like I said, when Franchon started to lose, when she started to lose her form, like, when she started getting sloppy and don't looking for the big overhand right hand and start missing, that's opportunities for Shadeja Green to counterpunch. And she's a big puncher. So I look for that in that fight. And she can dig to the body, push back. And not a lot of people push back Franchon. If Shadeja can do that, then yeah, I think she wins the fight. That man would have to stay at 130 because with BC would be a terrible matchup. I don't know though. Like I said, I don't know because that guy throws so many punches and those weird angles. He's long and rangy. He's a little bit more technical than what I gave him credit for. You know, he has long arms, and he when he started getting his rhythm, he can turn it up like he do in most of his fights. He's a world champion, so he got the experience like we seen this weekend, well, Friday, when he turned it up. I don't know if it's a terrible matchup like you saying, but I think recently it looked like Robisi can do some things with him, but then he have to stay in the pocket longer than he want to. So he gonna get hit with shots that he think he all in range, and he may get hit with some shit that might surprise him. I would still favor Navarrete at this point, to be honest. Unless Robisi go back to his boxing ways. If he gonna sit in the pocket like he been sitting, I like Navarrete, but if he mix it up and box, and do his Olympic shit, and box and do that shit, and then sit down when he wants to sit down, then I give him a better chance. But as of late, he ain't been doing that shit. So that's my opinion on that. Green is a big girl. She came down from heavyweight, right? I think, yeah, well, she fought in the amateurs at 178. She familiar with Franchon and Carissa. She was on the U.S. team, so maybe she was a heavyweight, I guess. But she been fighting at 68 for the past however long she been uh, in the pros. She just haven't been getting no looks. She had to take fights in Colombia and Mexico, and these ladies wasn't giving her opportunities. But she been at 68 for a while, and so you know what I'm saying. I want to see her and Franchon. That could be a good fight. My man Cal in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. What you think about Keyshawn and Nakathia? That's a good fight. Keyshawn would have to be aware because Nakathia can punch. He's sturdy. He got a big right hand. He don't really use his jab like that. So I think Keyshawn will be able to, disarm that right hand and be able to, because he's patient enough that he can see all that shit. And I think Keyshawn will probably outbox him over a stretch of a fight. I don't know if he'll take as many chances as he normally do because that guy can punch and he's taller and rangier. So I think he'll just be cautious and fight a good technical fight and take his opportunity when he can. But if Nakathia started to slow down in that fight, Keyshawn got a killer instinct. He'll get him up out of there. So unlike Shakur, he will get him up out of there. So I like the fight. It's a good step for him. For real. I like the fight. I think eventually he can make that fight. You know what I'm saying? I like Fulton in that fight, but I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight. And I like Benavidez late. Good take. I like it. I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, I think Fulton is he's too big, too versatile, and I think he can be able to fight in the trenches with anyway if he want to take it there. If anyway bringing up his attributes that he had at 118, it could be interesting because Fulton never fought a puncher like that. If he bringing up all the attributes and somebody that fast and quick, so that can be a problem. But I think Fulton would kind of slow him down with his jab. You know what I'm saying? Invest in the body, can push him back and dog him out because anyway ain't gonna want to fight in the clinch or when they get in the inside. Anyway, gonna be looking to the referee to break the action. While he doing that, Fulton gonna be punching. So I think that may be the key to the fight: the size and Fulton's willingness to get inside of the power anyway and go to the body and kind of wear him down over the stretch of time. Because if anyway got the rhythm and got his distance, and you're going to have a fight like that, it's a 50-50 fight. Like, no matter what people say, if you don't familiar with anyway, that's on you. But if them guys is boxing at a range and jabbing and stuff like that, it's pretty much a 50-50 fight. Where the fight changes is when Fulton started to use his inside game, when he started to use the ring a little bit, when he started, he crafty, he can fight on the inside. Like, I can't, like, that's what's the difference for me. So, Benavidez Plant, I like Plant early because I think Plant will get out to a good start by boxing and pot shotting and countering. But I think, like I said, over a stretch of time, Benavidez gets stronger and stronger. And once he get his rhythm, it's going to be hard to slow it down. So My question is, will Plant be there to try to take advantage of Benavidez, meaning the counter like he was trying to like he countered against Darrell? Will he be there? Because Benavidez got fast hands too. You know what I'm saying? And Benavidez just wears you down and stalks you over the course of a fight. Good straight lead right hand. You know what I'm saying? Kind of throws it like in a southpaw position so he can get close to you. That's how he really cut the ring off, by throwing that straight right hand and get close to you. And he just wears you down. You know what I'm saying? If he can invest in the body and slow down Caleb Plant's legs. But Caleb hasn't been using his legs as much, but he got good legs. So I love Caleb's lead left hook, his jab. I think this is a fight where Benavidez is gonna have to dig down and come from behind. I think when he started to take over started to get in the rhythm of the fight, I think he'll be behind in the fight and he'll have to come from behind and win. So that's how I see it. Benavidez wear people down with the pressure. Nah, for sure. That's gonna be a good fight though. I'm looking to see the game plan of Breadman Edwards. I know he had Kyron Davis versus Benavidez, and he's a good strategist and stuff like that. And he can kind of take some of the he kind of take some of the stuff he learned from the he takes some of the stuff he learned from the J Rock and Jared Hurd fight and implement that. I know those guys are different fighters, but some of the stuff J Rock was doing on the inside when he was kind of bullying Hurd, maybe he can implement some of that with Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying? He was bumping them all with the shoulder, throwing the combination. He was clinching. And he was fighting on. He had his one hand free. And he was fighting with Hurd on the inside, away from the referee. So he can put some of that game plan into Caleb Plant if he needs that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm interested in that. But I think it's gonna come down to, at the end of the day, once Benavidez start coming down that track, what Plant gonna do? Because I think that's gonna be when the fight really starts. Because Benavidez ain't going nowhere, bro. He ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I know he was dropped by Graville, but I countered that by saying, what happened in the second fight? You know what I'm saying? He walking through a lot of that shit. Now, do I suggest him to do that? No. But, shit happens in the sport. So it is what it is. But yeah, man, that's my time right there, man. I appreciate everybody coming through. I appreciate the support and the questions and all that shit. And Plant can hurt David. But yeah, no, that's a good fact too. You know what I'm saying? I think he can buzz him. He got good power, but I don't know if it's gonna be consistent throughout the fight. But we'll see. We'll see. I will say that the power, if he got the power to hurt to hurt Benavidez late in the fight, I think, yeah. He said, yeah, that's facts. That's true. Appreciate you guys coming through, man, for sure. What's your thoughts on Baumgardner versus Taylor or Serrano? Both are potential opponents for her. I think Baumgardner versus Taylor will be a hell of a fight, chess match. It'd be a hell of a fight. I think she got the power to keep Taylor honest. Then can her power travel up to 135? That's a question we gotta ask. Will she get if she get tired down the stretch against Taylor? Taylor can make the adjustment with her footwork, and her hand speed to throw her fast combination, get up out of there. I would say Taylor can win that fight right now with the experience that she had. But it would be a tough fight for Taylor because she had to deal with the power, and Alicia can put her shit together. If Alicia get tired like she did against last night, and she throw her load, then I think Taylor can kind of win a decision. Amanda Serrano and Baumgardner, different type of fight, because Serrano put a lot of pressure. And again, if she get tired in that fight, that's going to be tough for her. But I think the defense of Serrano is going to give her opportunities to land some big shots. And I don't know if Serrano going to be able to take all of that. If she's going to keep walking forward, she's going to get all boxed. I can see Baumgardner all boxing her and land a lot of hard shots. So I would favor Baumgardner over Serrano, but I think Taylor can beat Baumgardner. So that's my shit. He said, peace. He said, my main question is Alicia Baumgardner's gas tank. I had that for a while. Yeah, that's the biggest question she has, for sure. For sure. But yeah, man, I want to salute everybody coming through the building. I appreciate y'all time, man. Make sure you guys hit the like button. It always slows. Yeah, she does. I appreciate y'all time. Make sure you guys check out the live tomorrow, pre-gaming. We're going to talk about the upcoming fights for this week. Feel free to tap in. That's my time, and I'm out.